Okay, welcome to this freedom release technique clearing for low self-esteem. This recording is going to cover three different aspects of having low self-esteem. One is that believing that you're not worthy of love. So I'm going to look into that and clear that. The other one is comparing oneself to others and how that leads to low self-esteem. And the third one is self-judgment, where that comes from, and just clearing that. And please know that in this recording, I am preparing it with the intention that it serves every person who ever listens to this recording through all time, space, dimensions, and reality, in service to the high and best of all. And also know that you may hear me yawning, or if there's some pauses, it's me feeling the clearings processing through my body. So I'm aware of things as they clear. I will explain to you what I feel happening as it's happening so that you can get a sense of it yourself. And I would also invite you to listen to this recording many times, because every time you listen, it can go deeper and deeper. And you can get to the point where you can also bring forward intentions for yourself that perhaps I'm not specifically covering in this recording, but after listening to it, pardon me, for quite some time, then you can overlay your own intentions on top of this recording to see the benefit of that. Many people tell me they feel lighter after freedom release clearing technique sessions, and they feel shifts happening in their body. If you don't specifically feel that, just trust and know that something is changing for you. This change happens on a cellular level. Sometimes it can take 3 days for it to move from the etheric realm into the physical body. And just notice how things show up differently for you. Sometimes the greatest challenge after receiving a clearing like this is allowing ourselves to be the new person that we become when we clear our former beliefs. Sometimes we're so on automatic and responses to the world are so habitual that we are inclined to do things the way we used to. So if you're conscious and aware and you just ask yourself, well, how do I really feel in this moment? It allows that difference to become more of your reality. Most often when I do, especially when I do 1 hour sessions with people, and I've experienced this myself, of course, is that life just shows up differently after you've cleared something. So just for you to be aware of that, to look for that and allow that to happen and be part of your experience. And please feel free to email me with any questions, roshana88@gmail.com. So I'm just going to take a moment to do a bit of toning and then start doing this clearing. And the toning is songs of light is what I've been guided to call my toning, and it's just helping to prepare your body, your cellular structure to receive the benefit of these clearings. Some light languages wanting to come through as well. Ikachai o katawa ki naha olewa na ka na. Ichakai anawa ikatoho okina amwaha. Iachai no tika naha okala alawa ki. Ina ka ho tikanawa tikanawa te tako alawa ka ichakana o mea kayatawa. A kita ho ikanadawa. O ikanadiwata. O ikanariwa, a chiwa anikawa. So just so you know, that light language was with the intention of helping these clearings be integrated into the heart. And then I just sense a great sense of stillness and presence at the end. And light language is speaking to our cellular structure. There's a part of our being that remembers and knows this language, and it helps us to integrate. Okay, so now we're ready to start with the clearings. And the first one is believing that you are not worthy of love. So the yawning and clearing is starting already. So anywhere where anyone who's listening to this recording at any time believes that they are not worthy of love, because love is related to our level of self-esteem, everything about that may all be revealed. Okay, so I'm seeing a little child, and I'm seeing a parent scolding this child and calling them stupid and kind of wagging their finger in their face, and the child is just totally absorbing this as the truth of who they are, because children are so open to suggestion. It's like they're in hypnosis all the time. And so we're just going to clear that. And release. And then in these freedom release technique sessions, I have what I call restore, which is replacing what was the negative experience with what would have been a beneficial outcome, a positive experience. And that's what changes your cellular structure to bring a different awareness into the world, so you respond to the world differently and create a different experience for yourself. And so this case, I see another adult coming up to you and speaking to the parent who was criticizing and judging, and just asking them if they're having a rough day, and just giving that parent a little bit of compassion. And then this person is crouching down in front of you and just giving you a little tickle on your belly and telling you that mommy or daddy or whoever the caregiver was is having a tough day. And this other person's saying they know you're not stupid. They know that you are creative and happy, and that you have your own ideas, and sometimes those ideas don't always line up with what the adults think, but this person knows that you are very creative and you are coming up with new ideas, and they're making you feel so smart to be able to come up with ideas that the adults hadn't even thought of. And so you're beginning to light up more and more and more as this person is talking, and this person is telling you, just sometimes mommy or daddy doesn't understand how smart you are and that you're coming up with these cool, great ideas. Sometimes they just get so busy that they don't take the time to even see what you're creating. And so it's helping you understand how your parent responded to you the way they did, while also giving you this great confidence in your own creativity and your own unique way of seeing the world. And if there was another pattern in your childhood that wasn't stupidity, perhaps you were told you were lazy, or perhaps you were told that you talk too much, whatever it is, just replace it for yourself and allow the clearing to still have that same benefit for you. Okay, now we're going to look at comparing yourself to others. So everywhere that anyone who's ever listening to this recording valued their own self-worth by comparing themselves to others, everything about that may all be revealed. Okay, so now I'm seeing a sibling thing happening where the parent is saying, your sister always eats all her vegetables. Why can't you do that? Your brother's always happy. How come you're always feeling so sad? Your sister can go out and play all day and be happy. How come you can't? So whatever the comparison is, Just a big yawn there. It's interpreted by the child as being unworthy then in comparison to others, and then always comparing yourself to others, whether before you move forward in something, and most importantly in how you relate to your own value of yourself. And of course that's a setup for failure, because there's always people who we would consider to be better or more successful or more beautiful or more talented than we are. And all that does is keep us from seeing our own uniqueness and accepting our own uniqueness and bringing that alive in the world. So we're just going to clear this now. And release. And in the restoring, I'm seeing an uncle coming and picking up the child. And this uncle comes to visit often. And this uncle feels so safe, regardless of what your experience has been in your life. This person feels so safe because he's so genuine and loving and respectful of children. And he tells you what he loves about you just because you're so special in your own unique way. And he tells you you have the most beautiful eyes, and he loves looking into your eyes because inside your eyes he sees everything that is special about you. And he tells you that he likes the way that you walk because you walk like nobody else walks. And he likes the way that you laugh and giggle because he knows who's laughing and giggling as soon as he hears you. Even if he can't see you, he can just hear you and he knows it's you, and it makes him happy just to hear it. And he loves the way you play because you have your own special way of using things when you play. And so he's just telling you all these qualities about you that he appreciates, and that he makes sure that you know that these are special, unique things about you. And it's not false praise. It's not praise about being so beautiful or being the fastest. It's things that are truly unique about you. And so you love when this uncle comes to visit, and the first thing you want to do is show him something you've set up. And sometimes you draw things for this uncle, or you color things, or you build things with little sticks that you tie together, and you just know that it's going to be well received and that it's going to be appreciated. And so you grow up knowing from the frequent visits from this uncle that you have things to offer in this world that are very unique. And so there's no need to compare yourself to others at all. It just doesn't matter what others do. What matters is what you do, and that you know that you have these abilities that are growing and expanding that you can bring into the world. Okay, and the last one is self-judgment. So in the matter of anyone who's ever listening to this recording, having self-judgment, and the very source of that self-judgment may all be revealed. Okay, I'm seeing children in a classroom, and I'm seeing people being handed marks in the classroom and the competition of what that means. And then I'm seeing other things happening in the classroom, like coloring, drawing pictures. And it's just a very competitive experience, a competitive environment that sets up that strong tendency towards self-judgment and comparing as well. So we're just going to release anywhere where there's that self-judgment because your work or your marks are different from other people. Just clearing that now. And also the self-judgment that comes from peers in the classroom, especially as children become a little bit older, around 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade in particular, as you come into puberty, there's so much self-awareness at that stage of life, and it creates a lot of self-judgment. So we're just clearing that now. We're just going to use some light language to clear this. Oki cha nika alawa alawa hina ikana na ekata na wachikatna otikatn na wachna olawa u katna taha ala kehe okata ikana achwahala amala ita kakna nowa imaka uta nowa. And I just want to say that this light language, I know, can sound very unusual. What it does is it also bypasses the personality self or the ego self that wants to know what's going on and connect with it. It bypasses that, so it allows clearings to happen very quickly at a deeper level. So I'm just going to continue with this. Ikana ho chika halawa, akana ho tawahana, ina kahaya toa kinaha, omika tawa, omike, alawatika, olaha, iana, o kenatiwa, o makaya ho tanawa, achikai aletawaha, o maka anika hanawa, ekacho o mikataha talewa, etakaho ekataho tikana wa tinaka. That was beautiful. I just saw this prepubescent person maturing and growing and standing taller and taller. My physical body actually became more and more erect as I was doing this light language and seeing what they were showing me with this, that the person was becoming more and more centered and sure of themselves and standing taller, and just became this beautiful pillar of light, full of self-awareness and knowing that that they are love and they are perfect and there's nothing to compare, there's nothing to judge. And then moving into maturity with this beautiful compassion, because they are so loving of themselves that they have nothing but pure compassion to give others. We can only love someone else as much as we love ourselves, and when we're loving ourselves unconditionally, that's the only time that we can truly unconditionally love someone else. Anything less than that, and most often we're loving because there's something we need from the other. And what I just saw was this person who is you in this healing session, this freedom release clearing session, to be so centered and so full of your own worth and value. No, nothing narcissistic about this, just pure radiant love that just offered so much compassion into the world. It was really beautiful. So I will leave it there. Thank you again for purchasing this Freedom Release Clearing session. And if you would like to order a personal session with me, you can go to rashana.ca, rashana.ca. And again, please listen many times to this recording, and it will go deeper and deeper for you every time. And I will leave it there, sending so much love.